first, your individual reactions to Special Counsel Hur's conclusion that, quote, President Biden, quote, willfully retained and disclosed classified material after his vice presidency when he was a private citizen, but, quote, does not establish Mr. Biden's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. EJ, your reaction first.
I think there are three things we need to focus on. The first, which is not getting enough attention, is what we saw yesterday was the radical difference between the Biden Justice Department and the Trump Justice Department. When the Mueller report came out, Attorney General Bill Barr didn't release it for a long time. Instead, he put out a mischaracterization that suggested that Donald Trump was totally exonerated, which he clearly was not. The exact opposite of that in the report, and then finally let it out. What we saw with the Garland Justice Department under Joe Biden is that Garland went out of his way. He appointed a special counsel for Biden, but not for Mike Pence, where the issues were very similar. He let this report get out there that had extraordinary and I think gratuitous comments on Joe Biden. And if you want to know which Justice Department you could trust and which president you should trust on these kinds of issues, I think it's very clear that you can't trust Trump. Second, and the most important thing is Mr. Hur went through in great detail why Joe Biden was not guilty of any crime, and he contrasted that very clearly with why Donald Trump is under indictment for his misuse, his retaining and not returning classified documents. And that is, it should be the headline. The third is, why in the world did he go into such detail with statements about an elderly man with a poor memory? First of all, it was a 5-hour interview that he had with Biden. Trump wouldn't give an interview. He picked out some things outrageously, I thought, a reference to Hunter Biden. These didn't have to be there. Yes, a special counsel has to explain why he didn't prosecute. But if he says that Biden didn't break the law, the notion of what Biden might do on the stand, which he might not take anyway, including that, is absurd. And all it does, I think he was trying to protect himself from right-wingers in Congress and right-wing commentators who, as we are about to hear, are going to put this to outrageous use. But I want to go back. Let's remember a big difference between two Justice Departments, and that's one of the things we saw yesterday.